All right, another day in the market, the stock market, day trading market, swing trading market, whatever you want to call it. Another wild day in the market. It is, what is today? Wednesday, August 5th. And let's go with the small caps first. Again, the top gainers. BFRA was a crazy stock. See, my scanners are set higher. I usually have like 750,000 as my volume. I don't want anything 200, 300, 500,000. It's not enough to get in and out. I mean, let's look at BFRA. This came on the screen. One of the traders, I saw on Twitter or whatever, they were trading it, made real good gains. Look at this move. This is the 5-minute. I didn't see any news. I believe this is a bio. Last news I had like July 27th. But this moved, called it, move, halt. This is the 5-minute. It's there. This is called a stair stepper. Up, up, and then you have your shooting star candle, the red that went down. Now, if you're in one of these, it's risk. If you do 500 shares, this thing drops $10, you're now 500 like that. So it's a definite risk. You do have 13, 13 EMA over 20 EMA. So I haven't really tested that much on a halt play. 13 EMA over 20 is a great signal, so I'll see how it crosses here. But on these halts, I haven't really done a back test on that to see if that truly works on this. I mean, it looked like it worked here. So if you went in real small, maybe take a shot here. But I didn't see news. It looks like a pump, total pump. Now, any newbie trader, you don't want to trade this. This is like teaching lesson today. You definitely don't want to trade this because anything can happen with this. It could halt like this, then drop huge. Look at that move. That's like a $13 move. You don't want to get in that. So this is more of the be aware of. When you see this move, go to the 3-minute. Look at this. Total stair stepping workout. The 2-minute, sideways, sideways, sideways. Look at that. Then you have your top. Then it came down. This was a crazy move. And look at this before on this chart, the daily chart. This does like 47,000 in volume. This does no volume since 2018. Really does nothing. It did a move back here, and even that was 40,000. This doesn't do volume, so this is a definition of a pump stock. Definitely be aware of this. You don't really want to trade it. I mean, if you're an experienced trader and you want to trade it, go ahead. So, I mean, that is it on that. That was as we're closing down now today, time is 3:56 right now. All right, so look, another one, LITB. This really started to heat up. Not much going on the whole day. It's heating up late. Look at this. Late volume on this. Late in the box holding company. Let's see if they had any news. Now, you can trade things without news, but the most important thing is you want news because there has to be a reason why this is moving. If it's not, there's no news or anything, then you know it's a pump. Then you know it could drop. It's like there's no rationale behind it. What you need to know about lightning box, reports, first quarter, that was back in June. I don't see nothing here. So the daily chart is showing, look at it, it's right over 125. That was a clear ascending triangle. Look, increasing volume. So this is extremely bullish, this chart. Yeah, this is coming down, and you have 250. 250 level would be next. You have 175. So here's your first move. Always wait for a pattern. If you want to jump in momentum, like this is momentum, you need to take your shot, but you got to keep your stop tight. Because look at this. You're jumping in here. Yeah, it's going up, it's going up. And then look, drop. So you want a pattern. Patterns are the best to trade. Momentum you can trade too. It's a stock market. Anything can happen. You just got to be wary of that. Careful of that. So here it is. Your first move. Stop. Okay. First red candle. Little hammer candle here at 167. And we start to come up. Then you have the high of the day, previous high of the day, 185. We came up, came back down, then we formed another low. This low is getting higher, so this was continuing. Now remember, this isn't great volume. You need like 13,000. This is not great volume until late here. It really starts to take off. The 10-minute is a little bit clearer here. You know, once you get over 195, it really took off that 2 area and broke. So this had a float. Oh, but at BFRA, I had a float 21.9 million. LITB 105 million. So this is higher float. So just be wary of that. On lower volume, you have to be careful. There might not be enough to get in and out. So MYOS, this was the leader, I believe, pre-market. I had this mapped out before. All these trash stocks. This is 1 to 2. Look at this range. 1 to 2. Spike, spike, spike. Never could break that 2 until previously. This had 225 million in volume. That's how you know it broke up and came all the way back. Came back into the channel, and then we broke up again. So this makes huge moves. Otherwise, look at this, the volume, nothing. And on the 5-minute here, get a 3-minute. This is where it started here. Big candle here, little small candle. Volume was nothing. This is at the 125 range. This is the big candle, 562,000. That's a huge difference. Then we came up to 2, and here it is. So again, here's your first pattern: pure momentum, shooting star. You have your line right here. Now, what's it going to do? It's going to come back. You're watching this, and you have the 2 line. So there's the 2 line. And then look what you have too, the 13 EMA. This is a clear rocket above the 20 EMA. That is pure smooth up trend. There's not going to be no coming through that. That's like a wall, and it would have to do this to break through. That's the secret between the 13 or 9 and a 20 EMA. There's no cross there. And then we came back up, and then at the open, shot really high at like 268 near, what was this candle? This candle was near 288, and then crashed down. So this is, you know, this is the typical small cap move, pre-market lately, shooting up really fast, and then look today, just dragged on down short. 5-minute, a little more clear. Big candle here, 225 back to 2. You have 225, 2 line here. See that candle? The spike, the wick, wick. And we came up. And then look at that candle here. Could not break that high. See that 275 line? Like double top, it came down, and it's short slip over there. So right here, you could have got in maybe the 5-minute, this line, maybe here. And that's fade back. So it was a quick move on MYOS. 5.54 million I had in float. And I don't see any news. Could have been news here today. All right, let's go on to AMTX. Let's see here. AMTX, you can see here, spike. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Hold on 1 second. AMTX, 18.4 million, 15 million in float, about that. In the daily chart. This is another one mapped out. You had your 175 range, 50 cents. Look at this. Spiked up, came all the way back. Look at these wicks. So it's been in this range for a long time. Big volume spikes here. You know, smaller volume here today. 5-minute candle. This is just pure, not really pre-market. And then we started to right up here. Right up 130, 150. You have 13 over 20 EMA. So your first big candle here, it didn't do much. Came bounce off that 155 level. There's a previous high. And it came down, and we came all the way up to 175. So that's the 5-minute, not a bad long. 3-minute, you can see here. The 10-minute, even better. So this was pure momentum from the start, really. It just started to take off. You look on trade ideas, see if they see there's news. Pacific ethanol, materials gainers, pushing higher. Rest of that, I don't see. They have earnings tomorrow, August 6th. Now, IZEA, this is a former runner. Back in June, huge candle spike, drop. Look at this. Then it really held the $1 line. The $1 is most significant in penny stock land. Now your quarter line, 50, 75, $1 is most significant. The reason for it, if it gets over it, usually it'll stay over it, at least for a while. If they can't get over it, it'll fade back. So this found that one line and then got the 187. Look at the volume here in the up days. Much better than the down days. On your 5 minute, big spike up. 160, 190. So pretty straightforward move here once we broke and took off. IZEA announces brand graph pulse integration with Microsoft Teams. So that was good news, positive news. 30 million in float, about 34 million. So that's about right. Our COHN, Cohen and Company. There's your first move back in June too. This spiked up, big volume spike. Sort of hovered around your 749 line and took off. And really did this take off. Wow. 749 is 28.59 now. This one was been sleeping on people. They didn't really notice this. Volume 1 million, volume lower. See, this doesn't get a lot of volume. So this was a definitely lower volume sleeper play here. QHN. And let's look here. Got up to your 24 line. Actually, 24.54 sideways. Sort of held 1320 EMA. Well, 10 minute, even better. Look at that. See this? Tried to drop through, but you didn't have a real curve there. See that? That was a blip on the 10 minute. This was a nice long. I think it caught a lot of people off guard this one. All right, ALRN, 5 minute. 25 million in float. 25 million. See no news here. This is another one. You have your little range here about 125, 120. And really took off all the way to the 160. Nice little gainer. You had this is a little tougher play when you have these big candles like digging up these like 10 cents. Really like broke through here, but it held the 125 line. So that was a good sign when you see that wick and it took off fast. So the rest of this action is pretty grindy. You know, you have red and then back to green. It's just sort of grinding. Not a great way to pick it up, really. The 10 minute, a little bit better. See at your 13s over your 20, but still choppy action to pick up. All right, WKEY. Over 850, all the way up to 11. This wasn't a bad play. And this is another spike there. Look at that spike, spike. Volume on this spike day is way up. So you can draw your line here. This is forming like an ascending triangle. Keeps going back to that line. Let me put in here. Draw a line here too. So this is going back and forth. See, on the days it comes down, there's no volume. So it's definitely a weird play here. Over 825, got to 11. So not a bad little break right here, but it's fast and like faded. TI, SI. And this is a longer term downtrend, descending triangle. They found a double bottom here at about 375-ish. 8.5 million today took off. Let me see here, TI. Let's see no news here. And here's again your first momentum play, move up. First red candle, about 486, back down to 443, then took off. Look at this, all the way to 570. Nice little back and forth. 13's nicely over to 20. And that was a good long there. Mara, excuse me, Bitcoin has been hot along with that area. So this one is high as 479 a few days ago. Touched again, 474. This is riding extremely hot, way above your 13 EMA. So I'd be careful there if you're holding long. This formed a double top, very choppy action here. So here, then it broke it, then we faded down again. So really strange action intraday. SPNE. Let's see what this did. This is starting to go up. Nothing here. There's not even pre-market. You had 11. Spiked all the way to 1650 on 5 minute, and then just dropped fast and found support about 12. That's a nice little hammer candle. See, after this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, then bounced all the way up to 1420. On your daily, 4.9 million, hasn't done that in a while, so that was a really big spike. ARC, nice long. PEIX, Pacific Ethanol Incorporated, over 75 cents, 275. Now, this is a typical pullback. 1, 2, sometimes it'll either 2, 3, maybe even 4 candles. Usually it'll reach your 1328 EMA and bounce. This bounced way before, so you don't know. Nothing is exact in stock trading. Nothing's perfect. Nothing will, go perfect at any time, at any point in stock trading. It's non-exact science. You can do the best you can to look at charts and stuff, but every day it's something different. There's always something little bit, like this didn't go down. There's always something new to learn. Just bounce before that, that's all. And look at this move today. Really have a line here. You have your 195 line. It started to take off. Nothing here, really. 5 cents-ish, 10-cent line. And this took off. So it's a really good long. Drio. Daily had previous volume here in this spike and really took off again. Tougher move here. See, this is very, I don't like grindy action. I want more of like a pattern. Nice here at 16 that went to 1750. So that wasn't bad. KTCC, almost 1 million volume, not good chart. HZMP Horizon Therapeutics, 72, that as high as 76. Higher price. ALIM, what else we got here? ZAG. Here's ZAG. ZAG's an interesting chart. I talked about this maybe like a month ago. If your gap here, right here is a fake spike. It came on, it's not actually a spike candle. It's a nice candle, green candle, strong green candle. Came back today, great volume, trying to get above again. We're trying to break, it's got to break this now at 449. And 320 went to 4. Oh, excuse me. Announces preliminary. I'm just reading here. LD Micro announces preliminary list of presenters for LD 500. I'm tired. I'm stuttering a little bit. I was at the gym today, killing it. Last 2 weeks I've been working out extremely hard. All right, so ZAG is that you have this big gap above. It's about 28 million. I would watch this. So that's a good sign when you see that volume there. Trupp, 1.6 million in volume. Look at that, nicely over 62 to 64. This was great if you caught this earlier. This was way up here. This was as high as, I forget where we were. This is extremely strong. IPDN. This is one of my favorite charts too, red to green. nice little U shape here, right here. So you have 129, 130. Look at that. One candle. Nothing really, was really here. I think news came out. Professional Diversity Network announced a partnership with Web Scribble. That was actually today. All right, so you have here, come back down. Now this is the 5 minute. Let's look at the 3 minute. So you have high day. Look at this candle. That is a great start. You're gonna wait on that candle and then see what happens next. This is pre-market. Red, red, red. Hammer candle. Draw your line right over 120 in the 3 minute. Look at this. Takes off. 13 over 20. Then up here, you know, it's your sell. Your sell candle, you can tell, it's going to be the top of the chart. So here to here, not this candle, probably then 3 candles, and then it's another spike again, and then it just faded. In the 5 minute, little U, 130, about $2. You have the $2 whole number. This is a classic, really fast momentum play, if you caught it. Really nice long. Daily chart. Daily chart, this is breaking above now. Your 13 is way oversold. This is a new, definitely IPO here. See, went all the way up, got knocked down by your 2013 EMA. It's right after 13 EMA, so this is more potential long. NXTD. Nothing really here. Let's spiker. SGRY. Pretty clean chart. 17, 1750, and found support. See how it goes in quarters, some of these stocks. Look at this, 17, 18, 1850. And then this took off. That's a high broadening wedge there. Mod. Here's mod back here. I had this drawn out. I was looking for oversold plays way back when. Eventually this did spike and came all the way back down. Today was just pure momentum. And then it got there, that peak. There's your candle. That's it. Try it. EFAM, going down the list here further. Fossil, luxury goods. I think this is the watch company. They had a huge spike in June, came all the way back. Now we're trying to go back up again. This is a really nice long over 360. APRO, nice fade. Mid, long. TA, Travel Centers of America. A huge spike up, dropped down at 12, then we spiked back up today. Over 1550, this is very clean. Yeah, Z, PZ, XP. Overstock. Look at Overstock. This stock is insane. This is either going to have the biggest drop ever, or where's this going here? This was at 250, and then went as high as 95.36 right now. Look at this move. You're so far away from your 13 and 20. Let me get the other chart. Oh my God, the 200 days at 15. The 50 days at like 37. Jesus. I would not want to hold this up here. They might push it to 100 whole number and then drop it huge, like 70. I would, you know, day trading it's one thing, but I wouldn't want to hold this long. And it was a great long too today. Look at that. Overstock. FEDU, INGN, nice long top. There's top. This has been hanging way above this gap. Pretty surprising. Nice move. Sideways 1450. AMRX. So PSXP, Phillips 66 Partners. Oil play, way oversold here. Trying to bounce it now. Oil's trying to come out. You draw your line here. Draw here, it's like a little wedge. Breaking that wedge. CNET, NBR, Neighbors, Industries, HEPA. Big cross up here. This really broke out of that ascending triangle. Look at that. Pitney Bowes, again, inside candle. Look at that. And we took off today again. ARNC. Yeah, this is taking off. Look at this. Drop. Trend line. Taking off again. Over 18, 1950. All right, so that's the top list. So some good gainers. BFRA crazy stock. I don't really see news. MYOS early. And again, the list is all small caps. You have your top list, 25 there would be BFRA 177, 159, mainly small caps again. And MYOS was early. LITB was later. SPNE, PEIX, not bad. ALRN. What else is in there? Cohen, SAG, IPDN. IPDN was a nice long. So there's some really good longs today. All right, take a look at some swing action Stitch Fix. Here's a wedge, your falling wedge, trying to come out a little sideways here. You're trying to see that white overhead. You're trying to get over now. We're 1744 in stochastics. So this might do one of these again. Come back down, like reverse U. Seen that before. PEI, Pennsylvania Trust. I thought this was going to break out as a good swing, but it's still going down. It's going nowhere. I said it might hit one, then bounce. We'll see. NKLA. Nice little 3 candles. Inside day today. Falling back. Bounced. Trying to move up to 40. I still like that open gap. I think we'll get some sort of news in electric space. This has fallen very far. This is like 90 and 30. It's over half value. So, all right, UDAO, some ETFs. I said this could fill the gap here. 75-ish. Look at this. 2 hammer candles, hammering out that bottom. Man, this is a great long today. Very nice long. TNA, another great long over 32.60. Just trying to get back to 38.2 fibs. Has been riding this like 13.20 for a while. Very high stochastics. Trying to move up here though. There's a little bit of gap near 40, like 38. Soxel, be careful, Soxel. You have a high cross, spinning top. Not really a true cross. That's a cross. You're far away here from your moving averages, so I'd look for that. LABU, like I called it, it's coming out of this wedge. You have a crossover, very nice, 20 over 13 EMA. I mean, your white over red really on stochastics. So. Nougat, gold's been on fire. As long as it stays above your 1320 EMA, you're good. JNUG, see this? You're above. What else do we have here? ERX. It's Energy Bulls. Energy was up today. You have a move down. See, this is the reverse. We're getting a lot of this. Instead of the U backwards is going here and then coming back, sort of retesting and then bouncing back up. This was a quick long, and then it became a fader. So defend. This This is a great long. Here's another move here. You have your first candle, 1150. 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles. There's your green. You can draw it this way once you get over about 1140 or 1150. Then we take off. Look at that. 10 minutes even better. 3 minute. 3 minute was nice. 1140. You know, your stop's 1130. Daily chart. This is a weird daily chart. You had, this is like a giant head, you know, shoulder. The whole display's a shoulder. It bounced. Didn't go down like a head and shoulders. Like, didn't really fade to a new low because higher. Tested that. Now we're coming back up. That's a really strong candle though. We'll see how that plays out on DFIN. Nail is getting close to now 50% retracement 50 level. Very like smooth above this 1320 EMA now. Look at it, high in stochastic. So it's overbought buried. It's staying there right now. So that's where we are. Nail. Some oil, oxy. And this isn't doing much. Oxy is sort of like flat there. APA, Apache. There's a big gap here, but they're not moving terribly strong, that's for sure. Win needs to hold the 70 level. LBS is trying to hold that trend line. Oversold still. Airlines, JetBlue. This is a descending triangle. Held support nice here, breaking out. So that's looking more bullish. Love, Southwest. HA coming. This is more not a falling wedge necessarily. It's too wide, but very oversold. Trying to bounce now. Trying to get above the 20 EMA there. HA. Elite, MFA. These are penny plays. Yeah, be careful. Sort of very slow sideways grind. Trying to go up though. Grinding up slowly. All just been buried at 3. Restaurants then 922. See these fake app candles? I hate this. So it's here. It went through and just like bounced real fast. I don't know. Crazy moves. Ruth trying to hold serve here, then try to go up on Ruth. Din, Dime Brands. Trying to break this trend line. It's above. Trying to get to 38.2 fibs. Maybe we'll get to that 50 level, and then you have 53 level on Dime Brands. So that is on that. UVXY. This looked like a falling wedge. It did break out, but it couldn't hold. I said this would continue to fade. So volatility is fading. 23. I'm looking for under 20. You might get a bounce though. You might bounce all the way back up to here, like 25, maybe even 30. Who knows? See how it's very oversold, but it's going down. The VIX. VIX is still going down too. We're going to hit 23, 24. Looks like it wants to test this low, 23.54. You know, broke below it right now. Very oversold too. Gold line here. That's a descending trend. Might break up. We might get a breakout. I would say 26. Yeah, some news, something happens. We'll see on that. So there we have it on that. Let's look at the SPY. SPY is way up here on the SPY. The SPY is trying to test that previous high in March. All the way back we came, all the way back. We grinded, fought tooth and nail. Look at this. Up, down, gaps. But the low kept getting higher. So the only thing now is to say, watch your 1320 EMA. It might bounce from here. We'll make it drop to there. If it goes below, you know, then we'll talk about it. Dow Jones. Dow Jones is even coming back to. We broke that gap. You know, you have over 27,592. See if that can do that. NASDAQ. This is pure. It's like out of my screen right now. 10,977, get 11,000. Yeah, this will have its moves back. It does this big candle. This might come back to like 10.7, maybe even 10, like 6 here. But it's just an incredible run. The weekly is a straight up rocket. There is what it is right now. It is what it is. All right, so that's on that. Some other plays, SCO. This is short crude. It's made a nice bounce today after 1480. That's 1550. Our indices, you know, Dow Jones is up 373 today, S&P 2126, NASDAQ 5723, small caps 2712, VIX down 2229, 2299, 3.24%. Commodities, gold 2039, up 3080, silver up 1.47, 27.075. Crude's up 42.16, was up 1.1%. So everything was moving today. Really strong day again. You know, your small caps are still leading the way. Same patterns. Early morning pop. Some are dropping, fading. Some are moving later in the day. Like MYOS is a fader. The RC, Ellerin, IZEA, PEIX. Where's IPDN? IPDN. There it is. It's a great little red to green move. Not much pre-market. And your little U-shape breaks high of the day. You know, actually this was like during 9:30, right? 9:30. So it's high of the day break. There it is. That's how you play. You play the dip here, or you're buying the breakout here. So you take your pick on that, and there it went. So yeah, small caps have been strong the last 2 months now, maybe even like 3 months at this point. What else we have here? Like the other cyclicals. This is trying to come back up now. They said, I believe they won't sail till October. There's that RCAL, CCL. Well, let's wait. So they're very oversold. They could pop, you know, if any good news happens. So on them. But I mean, this is the market we're in. You're getting great small cap play, long and short, you know, depending on the play. Always individual plays if you spot them. Like AMD today, AMD's been real strong. This is a very fast move though out of the gate. So you're getting individual plays, and you know, small caps have just been leading the way for a while now. It's not changing at this point. We're not getting as good as follow through, like we're getting all day runners maybe a few months ago, back in June. And yeah, that's it for that. So that's the market we're in. Some ETFs still, you know, UDOW, because Dow Jones is strong, SPXL, TQQQ. Let me look at that today. See how high this is. This is so strong. But you can't trade this. This is such chop. So we need like a nice strong candle or that. That wasn't good. TNA, FAS, Soxel, JNUG, Nougat, Dust, JDST on the other side, the bear side. We're getting big moves on that. DFEN, CRX, CRY, oil or energy. Boeing. Here's Boeing here. You had one big move after the drop. You have a descending triangle here, pop. So you had one, really two big moves, a few little moves here. Wait for the next move, the big third move here. So this is another descending triangle wedge. It's trying to break up now. It's 3 good candles in a row. Coming out of this oversold with like double bottoms here, stochastics. And I'm trying to break up now. So Boeing is looking stronger. This would move, you got your 180 level. And you got 38.2 fibs level at 190. 5 minutes today. I'm not sure if that's a misprint. It looks like a hammer candle. Sometimes it misprints. Coming up, 168. And we got to 174. So there's a nice long there. So that's it. Again, you got to hit pre-market early for these small caps. Look at news, see if there's legit news. Either get long or then get short after the pop and drop. Or you look for, wait till the market opens and you have your other plays. So like your individual plays, wait for moves like SPNE, Cohen has a longer, see it's a longer play here. IPDN, faster pop. This is about 9:45 to 10:35. So, almost an hour. Quicker pop. All right, so that's it. So tomorrow it is Thursday, and I'm sure we'll have more action. That's it. Please subscribe to the channel and like, and we will be back for more. Peace out for now. And that's it. Take care, guys.